Watch the left hip. It's going to turn back, and I'm pushing it to the left, okay? You can see how much that's moved that way, right? So now I've turned, and I've eliminated early hip extension, which is this move right here, okay? By turning, making the stick touch the chair, and pushing my left hip back. Hey golfers, Tony McMullen, the founder of Smart Golf Academy here. If you are someone that struggles with turning through the golf ball, if you're specifically turning your hips through the golf ball, we've got a very simple drill for you today using this stick and this chair that's going to help you to understand that movement and help you to make that movement a little bit more efficiently, okay? And this is one of those drills where you don't actually have to go to the range. You don't actually even have to hit golf balls. It's just going to help you to understand it a little bit better and, like I said, make the move more efficiently. But first, if you're not already a subscriber to the channel, we'd love to have you. We've helped a whole bunch of people to play the game better and enjoy it more. And if you would be so kind, we would love a comment from you. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know if our content has helped you in some way in your game. And if there's something you would like to see in the form of a video, let us know, and we just might be able to do that for you. Okay? Now, taking the stick and teaching you to turn. It's very simple. Most people have, and as always, we're speaking in generalities here, but most people have a little bit more turn, or the ability to turn a little bit more in their hips than what they think. However, maybe you're a senior, or maybe you've got some hip mobility issues or something like that. This is going to help you to understand how much you actually can turn, and it's going to help you to make that move a lot more efficiently and a lot more consistently, okay? So very simply, if you're a right-handed golfer, take the stick, put it through your belt loops to where it points out to the right. So the majority of the stick is pointing that way, okay? I'm going to take the chair so you can see it a little bit better. I'm going to put it here in front of us, okay? And I've got just a simple high back chair here. If you have that at home, like a high back bar stool or something like that, that works great. That's what I have here. You can use a wall if you want, a corner or something like that. Anything that you're going to be able to turn and make this side of the stick touch. I'm going to show you that in just a second there. But one of these chairs is great for this, okay? The first thing I'd want you to do is I'd want you to stand straight up and down, just like I am right here. Put your arms across your chest. And simply, if you're a right-handed golfer, you're going to turn to your left, okay? I'm going to turn until the stick touches the chair, all right? So I'm going to turn right there, okay? So now my belt buckle is pointed straight at 90 degrees right out there in front of me, okay? That's kind of a good way to test how much of a range of motion do you have, okay? So you're going to do it again. You're going to turn, okay? Put weight on your left foot, turn, and touch the chair, okay? Very simple, all right? Again, leave the chair right where it is. So now I want you to get in your golf stance. So you're going to cross your arms and you're going to tilt forward. So now we're in our golf stance and we're going to do the same thing. We're simply going to turn to the left. You don't have to turn fast, just turn to the left, but try to keep your posture so you have a little bit of side bend at the end. And what you're going to feel is that your left hip is going to rotate, but it's going to rotate behind you. That right there, if you have early hip extension or you have hip mobility issues, or maybe you just don't feel like you're flexible enough, most people, they don't get that left hip going behind them. They just try to turn, right? I'm going to move this over here so you can see how that works, all right? So again, it's right in the middle of me. Watch the left hip. It's going to turn back, and I'm pushing it to the left, okay? You can see how much that's moved that way, right? So now I've turned, and I've eliminated early hip extension, which is this move right here, okay, by turning, making the stick touch the chair, and pushing my left hip back. My weight's going into my left heel, okay? So it's very simple. You can actually kind of play with it a little bit. You can move the chair. You can actually move this way from the chair to increase that turn, okay? And just keep moving back until the stick can no longer get to the chair. That's pretty much the limit of how much turn that you have. But I will tell you this much, if you practice this 2 or 3 times a week, you're going to start to see that range of motion increase. Your hips are going to be able to turn more. So as I said, if you're a senior, or if you're someone that just doesn't feel like you have enough range of motion in your hips, it's a nice way to increase it. And it's it's low impact. It's just something you can do at home. You don't have to have any extra equipment for it or anything else. But working on the body is one of the best ways to improve your golf swing. Okay. Now, if you're someone that likes to hit golf balls, you can do it this way. You can take the stick, put it here. Now we're turning it around to where the length of it is on the left side. Again, I'm a right-handed golfer, so I'm going to grab my 8-iron, use a lofted iron, maybe 8-iron, 9-iron, something like that. And you can actually hit balls this way. So what's going to happen is when you swing back, you can see where the stick is turning, okay? And then I want to get the stick out of the way before the club hits the ball. And you can see all the turn that I have here. Let me do it this way for you. Okay, I'm going to turn back. And then I want the stick to get out of the way before the club comes through. Okay? Again, you can do this drill without hitting balls, but if you want to have some fun and hit balls with it, it's something you certainly can do. I'd suggest when you start, maybe a half swing, left arm parallel, right arm parallel, just something small that you can manage, but get the feel of how much your hips can turn and should turn, and you're going to start hitting the ball more consistently. And when your lower body gets involved, don't be too surprised if you start picking up some distance as well. Modify this to fit what your body will allow for, but get those hips turning the way they should be turning, and you're going to start to see some increases in consistency and performance in your game.